Now today we'll be installing this JVC aftermarket radio, so let's jump right into it. So right off the bat, the first thing we need to do is remove the old radio from the vehicle. So in this Subaru, there's just a plastic bezel that surrounds the radio that I need to remove. And to help me do that, I have this trim removal set. I've had these for years. I think they're $11 or $12 off Amazon. I'll include a link in the description box below in case you do need some tools. But that being said, I'm just grabbing the tool, inserting it into the bezel here, and this won't scratch up anything. That's the great thing about these. And then this whole thing comes right out. And now we have access to the fasteners holding the radio into the vehicle. And what I'll do is include a link on the top right hand side of the screen in case you need a guide. If you have trouble getting access to the radio, just do a quick web search and typically you'll find out on how to get access to your vehicle's radio. And with the fasteners removed, I can simply remove the radio from the dash. And then we have some harness connectors in the rear. This is the antenna. This is a ground. This is probably the controls for the steering wheel. And that's the main harness connector. So this is the harness connector. This is the microphone for Bluetooth calls and the radio itself. So I'm going to make this as simplistic as possible. Do not let this intimidate you or make you scared. Wiring up the new stereo is very simple. So this is the connector, or the harness connector that comes with the new radio. Okay, so this is included in the kit and it simply plugs into the rear of the radio. Okay, very, very simple. Now the question becomes, how do you get this wiring hooked up to your vehicle? And that's when this comes into play. This is known as a Metra adapter, and I'll list it in the description box below. So Metra is probably the biggest company out there that manufacture these adapters for essentially any vehicle out there. So this adapter is made specifically for this Subaru. And then all that you're doing is simply matching the colors to the radio adapter. So in other words, yellow goes to yellow, black goes to black. So what I'll do in my case is snip this because this is really, really long. But black goes to black, so on and so forth. You just match up the colors and you place them together. Now when it comes time to make these connections, don't simply take the two wires, and we'll do one together by the way, but don't take the two wires and just wrap it with electrical tape. You're asking for trouble down the road. Don't even think about doing that. Your easiest bet by far are these guys, posi connectors. So now with the harness connector that comes with the radio, I need to remove the ends of the wiring so we can get access to the bare copper wiring. So you can use a wire cutter, for example, that has the different sizes and the different gauges. In my case, I've been doing this long enough that I'll just use a scissor and very carefully, I'll do one on camera here for you guys, just rock it back and forth. Okay, and then pull this off. So let's do one connection together and the rest I'll do off camera. Again, you're just matching color to color. Super, super simple. So grab, in this case, the two yellows, twist them together, and once again, you don't want to just grab electrical tape and call it a day. Trust me, do not do that. Grab your posi connector. Okay, pretty cool little device. Then you have one end that's completely open with the threads. You just feed this into the posi connector. Okay, something like this. Grab the other end, twist this on, and this is 100%, there we go, 100% secure. Okay, this is not coming out, and it's really, really a fantastic connection. So I'll do the same with all the other colors. So the wiring is all done, and we'll zip tie this when the radio is installed. But now we need to install the radio into its mount. Now once again, most retailers include the vehicle's adapter or your vehicle's adapter. along with the mounting kit. So this is super easy. And the nice thing about this radio is you can really customize it to make it work in your vehicle. So in my case, this little faceplate comes off, and then you simply just slide the adapter right over. And if you look on the sides, this is where you insert your fasteners, okay? So 2 right here, 2 on the other side, and then we can install this in the vehicle. Now before we install the radio, let's first hook up the microphone. This is the perfect time to do it. So in my case, I think a good spot is right here, and then I could just send the wire directly to the radio. And once again, with most modern vehicles, everything is just clipped in. So there's a bezel right here. There you go, that pulls right out. And then I just want to remove this air vent assembly so I have more working room. Now this may be a little tricky to get on camera because I need both hands, but to help me facilitate this, I have one of these little grabber tools. Again, purchased off Amazon. These are terrific because now I can just feed this tool through the opening of where the wire is going to end up. So we have the tool going directly to where the wire will be. Then we can grab the adapter and pull it through the dash opening. So here's our microphone, just reinstalling the bezel here. Now when you do this also, hold on, let me change the camera. You want to make sure you have enough room if you have to move the steering wheel up and down, okay? So just make sure all of the wiring is really nice and neat. So now we have the mic firmly planted on the bezel, and we can go ahead and install the radio. So looking at the rear of the radio, there's your mic input. That's the main harness connector, and that's the antenna. So here's our wire harness. Let's just see how this goes. Okay, just like that. This goes to the radio. Okay, microphone. Okay. So now we can check the radio. Okay, cancel demo, press volume knob. Whoa, okay, let me just set everything up. So as you can see, everything is completely set up. You can spend a lot of time just figuring out how everything works, but ultimately this is how you scroll from auxiliary, FM, AM, iPod, Pandora, Spotify, Bluetooth audio, so on and so forth. It's very easy to use. Just spend a good 15 minutes and just figure everything out. But that's how you just cleanly can install one of these radios. Everything is in great shape. And as always, thank you for watching.